Welcome back to SevTech Ages of the Sky and to a new tidied island with lots of new expansion. I just did some tidying in the background. I did mention a couple of episodes ago I needed to do it. Everything was just being really cluttered. So all of the farms are all neatly organized now with apiaries and everything else around, but that's boring. So let's move on. Yeah, my wolf boots, they're not destroyed, but I can't even see the actual durability bar on them. So because I can't actually fix them yet, I decided to actually just make totems and put them everywhere. Various effects, as you can see on the left hand side, but I also put, I've not actually finished putting the totems out to be honest, but there are just a complete speed totem, full stack of horses, and that will help with speed 3 when I'm actually around the base. So useful to have them around. I did put them underground because I didn't really want to see them, but it seems to be distance of about 5 blocks from the totem base. And if I put them underneath here, that means if they're fully stacked, then that's too far away from me stood up here. So yes, just be aware that it's from the base. Other than that, I've expanded the house outwards by 2 blocks. And otherwise, I've also tidied up down here. So in the turntable, the mills underneath there and the saw, all better with mods. If we just pop down, I think it's there. Yep. So see all the way to the bottom, and we've got slime boots. Yes, this bouncing is annoying, but otherwise fine. So you can see here we've just got axles connected up to gearboxes, and the gearboxes, because of the way they work, you don't want to really offset everything by one that way. It'll be very hard to move the axles around, so you want to keep them in straight lines if you can, or 90 degrees to each other, and that's working as before. It's just all covered up and rerouted accordingly. So yeah, there's my input crate, there's my output crate, and we got lots of stuff whenever we need it, and a turntable of course. And moving along around, yes, just tidied this up a little bit, no changes otherwise. That's just finished making me some plates. I need to move the blood altar, to be honest. That it's probably going to be moved around here, or maybe onto a platform like that. I mean, it does need a huge altar by the time we're finished, so maybe, although that's out there, maybe left me in another direction. But yeah, put thoughts down below. We'll see what we actually come to on that. And then finally, all the horses. I've kept, hopefully now, these separate from the rest, so hopefully the leads won't break in future. And then we've got all of our collection of animals that are no longer all the way all over the actual island. So hopefully, again, no more will spawn, and they can be kept there, and things are much neater and tidier for you and, well, for me and for you watching. Right, so what are we going to do in here? Storage is starting to become really full now, with like literally all of them are full. So I wanted to have a look at an option for that, and we can go for just making a chest, and then in the chest we can upgrade the chests with gold plates around them to make gold chests from the iron chest mod. If you haven't used them before, they work just like regular vanilla chests, but they're huge. Loads of inventory space. And of course, this being whatever the mod is that you can make things you can pick up. I can't remember the name of it. It's on the top of my tongue, but I can't remember the name of it. But you can pick them up and move them around. And also, there is an option, I think. Yeah, so there is a deposit all and a merge option. So the merge option is the one I'm actually looking for. If I get some, let's just say, I want something I've got lots of. Black cobblestone. Okay, let's just get that out there. And let's just put some black cobblestone in that chest. Now, if I go into options, controls, there should be a category for merge. There is, and it's not actually set as anything. So if I just press insert, okay, my insert key on my keyboard, and go back to game, if I press insert now, will it actually work, or will it only work once I actually open the chest? Yeah, if I open the chest and press insert, that's actually monolith stone, not cobblestone, and press insert there, yeah, it's going to basically move everything from my inventory that is already in this chest. So that's kind of useful for doing stuff. And of course, I don't need to merge the monolith stone. So yeah, if you have lots and lots of chests and you want to get near them, what it would be even handier would be is if I could just press insert here. And if I could just do that. Yeah, it doesn't work unless the inventory is open. That's annoying. That's annoying. I want to be able to merge to nearby chests. Yeah, I'll have a look in the options to see if there's an option for that. And there is. It's great. Thanks very much, Quark Inventory, for this. So if I just grab some of that black cobblestone out of here again, I get somewhere nearby, open my inventory, press the key, and it all disappears. So it's all just going to go straight back into the chest. So yeah, that's the drop-off key. So options, controls, drop-off. There we go. Yep, so I set it to delete, and it just leaves my inventory and goes to the chests. So we can replace these with larger chests as and when they need it, and they pretty much all need it, which means I need to go gold mining before we head back across to the Twilight Forest. So, yep, time to upgrade. And we're back in the Twilight Forest. Now, at the end of the last episode, when we finished the Maze Minotaur, do eat the Meef Stroganoff, I think it's called. And then from that, you can basically, apparently that gives you access to the other biomes. In particular, the Ur-Ghast Tower is the one we're actually going to look for. However, there is this Alpha Yeti Fur in here, so we can probably go and take care of a few of these. And, well, I think I can just drop down. Yeah, and into a cave with a lot of Yetis. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but why don't we just say, can pick you up and throw you. But time to it's like fighting the druids all over again. Yeah, so you can just basically take care of all of them in the cave, and you will basically spawn a large one, and then that hopefully should drop the Alpha Yeti Fur, which you need for not need for the progression to the next age, but you may as well pick it up because it's one of the requirements, I think, to get the journey map stuff unlocked. It requires pretty much all of Twilight Forest stuff, so yeah, worth getting these out of the way to get that fur. My mistake. You don't have to clear the cave. Just get approach the spawner in the middle, and Alpha Yeti comes and apparently gets picked up by his friends, and well, we'll see whether we survive. And basically just wait until he's not doing his stomping thing, and you should be able to kill him. Oh, he started another stomping thing with 1 hit point remaining. 1. The only downside if you don't clear the cave, by the way, is that you get thrown around between all the Yetis. So there we go. That should be that sorted. We should have more bits and pieces. Now, I did go and get a minor achievement by killing a second Naga, and then I can craft both the Naga scale tunic and the leggings, and they are both really sort of helpful. Get protection 3 and 5 protection 3. I'm sure that'll be useful for the rest. We've got the Alpha Yeti Fur, we've got some Arctic Fur, and onward we go. Oh, and an ice bomb. Yeah. And here's the next structure we're looking for. It's the Labyrinth, the dark forest thing that we need to basically unlock. Now, to do that, you want to bring along one of your trophies. Put it in here. Oops, not there. How about on top? There we go. And then we can get our trophy back. I've got 2 of them anyway, so it doesn't really much matter. And let's dump all of the stuff in there. And now the labyrinth is open for us to go and find the boss, essentially. And you can see it's basically all over the place, quite large. So we need to go and find the boss. And ooh, there's a chest right there. Let me just turn that mode off. Don't want to see the flashing crosses. They don't really help in this zone. So yeah, we're here, and let's go and explore and see if we can kill the boss. And since I can see the actual chests on the outside, sort of would be rude of me not to go and actually get a few of them, wouldn't it? So yes, we can just drop down, loot ourselves some chests. We've got some armor shards and some night metal, exactly what I want. Along with, you know, everything else that we get in here. I've got a bow that's power 3 so far, and continue looking for the boss chamber, really. Yeah, so up and out, and continuing. Now, what I normally do in these things is go and find the lava room. It's the biggest building that you'll find, so it'll be quite obvious from outside, as well as from inside, of course. And what I'm going to do here is really start to explore the offshoots from this, because you should be able to get down quite low, which is usually where the boss is. So let's get a few of those done. There's creepers. Yep, there's the rest of the lava room. There's creepers and everything else in here as well, so you've got to be a little bit careful, but not too bad before you get to the boss room. So these are actually annoying, the slime beetles, more than anything else. There we go. All right, so let's see if the boss room is actually down here. And in my case, as it turns out, there's an entirely different maze just right next to the first one, so I thought it was going demented. It's not. Going over here, here is where the boss room is. So if you have a look in you can see the tops of what is essentially sarcophagi and everything else, and there is some basalt here as well. I think it's actually going to be obsidian, but we can't see obsidian yet. So yeah, boss battle ahead. So I either will basically mark this and come back because yeah, I've got a fair bit of loot, or we'll go ahead and try it anyway. And in we go. As soon as we get to that spawner, everything should basically wake up, and there's a silverfish, and I would rather not have to deal with the silverfish. Let's deal with you first. And there is all of these. So you have to basically hit the real one, and yeah, finding the real one may be an exercise in frustration. Yes, let's just go and hit this one. In fact, can we climb out? Can we actually do this? Do they stay in there? I wonder. Can we cheese this? How about if I shoot that way? I don't have many arrows, but... And these were just looted, basically. This is a power 3 bow. I don't have any crafted bows. There we go. Okay, so we can kill the rest, I think. Oh. Yeah, kill the rest like normal, and we should be able to go and loot the chest in the middle, if that's the one that I think it was. Let's go and see. Is there a chest? We'll see it, so maybe we have to kill the rest. On we go, keep on killing. Whoop. Come on. Come on. And yes, after killing them all, well, then a chest appears, and only then. So, I'm down to 5 sandwiches. I need to go make another stack and get some other food. So what have we got in here? We've got the Night Phantom Trophy, which is good. We've got some more torchberries. I've got more than enough of those. And we've got some swords. So 7, 10... Oh, all the axes are good, but they're very slow. Unbreaking, efficiency... And then the Phantom Helm is never lost on death. Aqua Affinity and Tombstone Soulbound. And all of these are never lost on death. Blast Protection. Unbreaking. Well, we'll take a few of them. Yep. Clean them out and head home. Now, picking up the bow in there and using that a little bit made me think, well, we can use tinkers. And so I had a look through various stuff about what we can do there. Now, I thought, well, Shuriken or... crossbows, etc., all very good weapons. Unfortunately, not yet. The Shuriken knife blade pattern is unidentified, so we can't use that. And while you could make a crossbow, the main problem is the bolts. The bolt core is also unidentified, so we're sort of down to longbows and short bows. I'm going to go for something quick with short bow, and that means a couple of bow limbs, which I think should just finish casting, or should just finish casting. And yeah, that should be done in a second. And then there's a few materials that we might want to actually make up with this. So first of all, I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3 that you need, so I'm going to assume 3. And I'm just going to put in 6 iron and then just auto cast them into bow limbs. So having a look in materials new in the bow section. Yeah, bowstrings do not matter whatsoever. No matter which bowstrings you go for, they're all modifier of 1. However, on the bow material itself, steel leaf has a draw speed of 0.71. I'm sure that means fast, basically, because everything else will be slower than that, like stone is a draw speed of 5. And then further in, you also have iron. And iron has a draw speed of 2, but has a range multiplier 1.5 and has some bonus damage as well. And then back to steel leaf, that has bonus damage of 4 and range multiplier 1.8. So both of those seem good. The other thing about steel leaf is that it repairs itself if you have steel leaves in your hotbar. I don't think it uses them up, but you have to have them in your hotbar, so you sacrifice 1 slot, unfortunately. And then Twilight, so it's faster in the Twilight Forest, but more damage outside. So why don't we just see what stats come up on that, and let's see if that's any good. So let's make a couple of things. We're going to want to make some bowstring and string there, and then we're going to want to make a bow limb, assuming that I can get away with 3. It's not making there. I hope it's. Is it going to be a cast pattern? Do I have to smelt it up? Steel leaf. Looks like I do. So those are going to smelt up, hopefully into something that actually pours into a limb. Otherwise, we'll just go for iron bow limbs, etc. And these have magnetic on them as well, so fine. No big deal either way. Also, we can just make the arrows while that's being done. So arrows, bone head for the arrow. So let's just do that. Yeah, it's got splintering and fractured on it. It's fractured that's actually important here. I think that does more damage. Let's just take a look. Yeah, take a look in here. Fletching and then go backwards. So bone. This is splitting. I want to see the arrow shaft. And it doesn't tell me. It's okay. We'll go for it. So the bone, and then we're going to go for the arrow shaft, which will be beads, essentially sugarcane, and then regular feather. There we go. Okay, so those are decent, and that means we can go for arrows. So 1, 2, 3, and this thing has let's just see, 50 ammo, and ideally I might want to have something else that has more ammo than that, just in case. But let's just go for I don't know, damage arrows, and let's make that breakable, splintered, fracturing. Okay, there's all the stats. Right, did that actually cook up into anything we can use? Maybe not. Well, it certainly poured. Is that actually done? It is done. I guess it just smelted them up and you don't get anything out of it. Will they not pour? Molten steel leaf. It doesn't seem to want to be able to pour. Oh well, that's going to be an iron bow then. So let's go for that. Iron bow should be easy enough. So 2 bow limbs and a string, and we get an iron short bow. Okay, and that means I don't have to worry about anything else. Let's just see what it's like. So, and okay, it's not too bad. That'll do for now. We're going to improve that later. Fetching the arrows helps. But yeah, we'll be fine. So let's head off into the Twilight Forest again. And don't worry, you can cast them straight back into steel leaves again, just with the ingot cast. Just, you know, bear that in mind. That seems to work just fine. Alright, moving on. So in your advancements area, you want to see that now the whole Twilight Forest sort of end game Ur-Ghast part, anyway, there's lots of other different things you can actually do, including the Hydra and stuff like that, is available. We are able to go into the tower, and indeed Age 2 requires us to go there. So yeah, here in my maze we have an Ur-Ghast tower, so we can go from the bottom or we can go from the top. Aren't climbing gloves amazing? Oh, Ghasts on fire. Carbonite gas guards. Burning. Oh well, they didn't last as well. Okay, fine. Still burning though. But climbing gloves are great. We did get 2 gas tiers, and those are important. We're going to need them because we can't actually craft them. So let's just put those away, and some raw gas meat as well. So aside from, you know, slight mishaps, we're up onto the top of the first tower, and some more gas tiers, it looks like. Yes. Okay, that can go away. And then you can obviously see you can see what's burning, I think, up there at the very top of the tower. And you can see a gas roaming around, maybe, or maybe that was clouds. But either way, we've got to get up there and to the boss, really. Yes, there are other gas around, but while I could take them out, the drops would just go into the void, so I'd rather not. But they do keep trying to take me out, so hey, you know, there is that. And I think right there is well, that's one of the doors, but the boss chamber should be at the top of this section, if I remember rightly, or around here somewhere. Anyway, there should be 4 towers going off from a central chamber. Because there's doors, and then if you're using melee only, you have to go into the 4 side towers when needed, push a button, or it's like a thing on the floor, and you do a whole Ghostbusters scene by pulling in the Ur-Ghast. But yeah, no, I think those are going to be them right there. Yeah, so off I go, and more climbing. So yep, climbed in over the top, and here's that the gas trap I was talking about. You just press the pressure plate, and it'll pull in the Ur-Ghast when the fight's going. I have to apologize, or first of all, I should go into music and sounds and just lower this volume down. The Ur-Ghast is one of the loudest crying, whining things in the world. So yeah, do be aware when you actually start this whole thing. When you approach, I think, that spawner, the whole thing is going to kick on, and away we go. So, well, off we go with this fight, and let's see how it goes. There's the Ur-Ghast. Oh, early melee hit with my bow, and yep, you can see it starts setting fire to absolutely everything. Yep, and let me just take off my map. Whoops. Because then you can see that a little bit easier, hopefully. And there we go. You can see the damage is being taken, but we need to get a little bit more unhappy until it's crying, basically, if I remember rightly. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I'm on fire now. I don't want to be on fire. And now it's raining. Good. Okay, let's head over here and see if we have any more targets. Once it actually starts crying, you'll see an effect in a second. There it is. Oh! Yep. Lots of crying. And we need the site that... There they are. We need these little gaslings to appear. And let's kill them first. The trap's ready, I think. It should pull the Ur-Ghast in. And we can hit it with a melee weapon. And back it goes. Rinse and repeat, and that's the whole fight, pretty much. And here we go. Hopefully they're near enough. Are they near enough? Let's give it a try. Ah, the redstone's been moved. Ah, that's no good. Redstone. Oh. And how about you? Are you actually near enough? Ah, you're near enough now. Let's go and hit this. There we go. And there is Tears of Fire, the achievement for the Ur-Ghast. And I've got some netherrack, which I can't use yet, some familiar items. So yeah, nothing we can do there. And we should get the whole chest on the middle. As before, we get some Carbonite. That's going to be very important. We need that. Fiery Tears, the Ur-Ghast trophy, and other bits and pieces. So let's throw those away. And we also then need, in the very bottom, or usually in the room just under this one, is the, you can see my arrow's almost gone. The room under this one is usually the one with the reactor in it, or very close to us. Yeah, I think they're down there. Let's just drop down. And oh no, not pinch beetles again. Oh, pinch beetles. No one likes you, pinch beetle. There we go. So in here, I think the reactor is around here somewhere. Yeah, it is. We don't want to actually activate it. We just want to nick it. So let's just grab you. Thank you. Yep, there we go, reactor idle. So that is the reactor thing, which is down here. And then it wants us to get pistons, basically. So let's just take all the pistons we can. There we go. And pistons. So pistons everywhere. And these are sticky pistons as well, but that's perfectly okay. Let me just actually light this area up because, yeah, it's going to be pretty dark. Oh, and usual loot rules, which is to say loot everything. So we want, well, let's just take everything, shall we? Yeah, and we'll sort it all out later. Some gas tiers there. What are you? Some frames. Carbonite, gas tiers, and borer essence. Can we actually use borer essence for anything? Uses? To make carbonite. Okay, fine. So if we were short of carbonite before, we shouldn't be now. And a crafting table. Yeah, I guess we could go and do that. I don't need anything else from here, I don't think. The basalt will turn into basically obsidian, and low-grade charcoal would be netherrack, but we're not in the right age to be able to see that, so not much we can do with that. So I think that's pretty much it now. We just need a coal engine, so let's just take a look at a coal engine. Oh, it's Celestial Altar. Okay. We don't have the Celestial Altar. We need 2 anvils, some sticky pistons, those are fine. Steel leaf rods, well, it's a good thing that I can make molten steel leaf into steel leaf rod, isn't it? And I've got 4 of them exactly. We've got those. We can make a furnace control. Oh, we can make a furnace controller because we've got the red gem as well. Good. Cauldron's easy enough. Fiery gear. What's molten fiery? Where does that come from? Is that from what we were just... what was in my inventory? Fiery tears. Uses for fiery tears. We can make fiery ingots. We can make 3 of it. And I'm not sure how many we need. And it's not craftable. How many do we actually need then for the coal engine? Coal engine... 4 ingots per? We're going to need more. We need more fiery tears. I don't fancy 4 or more Ur-Ghast towers. Maybe there's another way around. Or indeed, maybe we need to just do more looting in here. Are you are Ur-Ghast. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, and even more stuff to loot. Maybe we will actually get... Well, let's just get another reactor. Why not? I'll loot, and I'll see you back at base. And it looks like we can also get that fiery... Well, not fiery tears, but fiery blood from the Hydra. So we're not quite done with the Twilight Forest bosses just yet. So, but we will... I'm just coming back here just to dump everything back in there that we've got that's decent. And you can see here all the rest of... Here's all the rest of my actual loot. So the carbonite reactor is definitely important. The rest I'll just dump in chests, and we'll head out for looking for a Hydra. Okay, so we're in the swamp biome at the Hydra. So let me just get rid of the book for a second, so it's easier for you to see everything on screen. Hydra's interesting fight. You basically have to kill off its heads until it increases its number of heads till about 7, I think, or 7 or 8, and from then, well, then you've got to kill them all off. Now you can do it melee or ranged. I'm going to go for ranged, and let's see how it is. We're basically going to try and reflect fireballs back to its heads once one is open, or you can just try and hit the head, of course. Only works if its things are open though. So, well, I'm off to try this for a little while. So, which one of you is going to open your head? Come on, there you go. Oh, nope. There you go. So I've hit it once. Did quite a bit more than that. And there's the first head dead, but another one will come back, so there's nothing much you can do about that. And obviously its health is going down, so as each of these come up, basically just shoot a head and watch out for basically the fire breath. So just keep moving side to side to avoid the fire breath. Not much else you need to do to avoid that, and don't get too close, otherwise they will, well, they'll... yes, when I was saying about the fire breath, yes, avoid that. Yeah, don't get too close, otherwise things will, well, you'll get bitten, let's put it that way. And you don't want to get bitten, so this is why you want to do it from range. And not... Avoid the fire breath. Avoid the fire breath. There we go, so Hydra Slayer, that's down. Didn't even get to 7 heads just because of the damage I was doing, so that's perfectly okay with me. And once that clears, we should end up with somewhere, yeah, some bits and pieces. So let's just see what we picked up. Picked up 18 fiery blood. That should be enough. Let's just see how much is that when we convert that over into fiery ingots. So it's 1-to-1 with fiery ingots, and the coal engine is 4 ingots. So we're going to end it with 2 spare, and we'll end it with 2 fiery gears. However, we do also need the celestial altar for that. So celestial altar. So we need live root, which we've got already. Cave illuminators we can make. Decorative maze stone bricks. I think I've got 6 of them anyway. I'm not sure if they need to be specific types or whether they can be chiseled. We'll give that a go. Ironwood, which is easy. Firefly jar is just a firefly in a glass bottle. So I think we have everything we need to upgrade the altar. Okay, let's see if we can get this altar upgraded. First of all, we need to actually craft some of the bits and pieces, mainly the illuminators. That's 1. I need a second one. Thank you, please. There we go. And do we then have everything? Let's just see. Check my inventory. I need chiseled maze stone, and I clearly don't have chiseled maze stone. What did I get instead? we can chisel it, so that's not a problem. So I need mosaic, decorative, and chiseled. I have mosaic, decorative, and more mosaic. Okay, let's get some chiseled, and hopefully that should be easy. Oh, it's a short list. Chiseled, yeah. So now if I click and click, yep, there we go. And the amount of light is just coming up, and there's enough. So off we go. This may take a bit of time. Last time it took about a minute or two, so I am going to cut until it actually happens. But once it does, it will no longer work. We'll need to upgrade this altar again, the structure around it. So once that's finished, that's going to need to be next up. And if I remember rightly, just basically everything gets extended. So in fact, we can take a look in the Astral Tome. If I go to, is it going to be in, I can't remember which, oh, it's actually expanded, there we go. Constellation, so maybe it'll be in Constellation. Yeah, there, that's the iridescent, so I assume the other one's going to be in the previous section. Okay, let's go and take a look. Yeah, here we are. You can see the whole thing. It's just basically a whole lot more of the marble. You can see there what the requirements are. It's lots more suiting marble, marble bricks, rune, marble, etc. So basically bring your chisel and a whole bunch of marble, and we should be able to get this ready for the next thing, which is going to be the coal engine. I suspect, yeah, it's gone red, but if we just go coal engine, do I actually have everything with me? Coal engine. So I can always place it in there. Yes, no, I have nothing with me. Never mind, we've got a couple of gold chests we can throw in there as well. So yes, I need to get some other bits and pieces and a couple of anvils. So that's going to take some crafting on plenty of iron, unfortunately. But yep, next up is the altar structure. So here we are. The whole structure's been upgraded. Kind of nice. And I put all the ingredients in that I've crafted. And bit of a problem. The light isn't increasing anymore. Yeah, because every time you upgrade the altar, this bar goes down, i.e. it stores more, so more is available, so the bar looks less, basically, on how much starlight you have. So I think we need spectral relays for this, and let's just have a look. They aren't terribly hard to make. It looks like some glass panes, some gold, marble, and wood, and then you need more marble to put them on, if I remember rightly. Hopefully I do. If not, we'll have to craft some more stuff, but not sure I'll get it done in one night, but I'll go and see if that's actually doable and come back shortly. It's daytime, but that's fine. I think with this still going to be low enough crafting. I just wanted to make a fourth glass lens. I've just been picked up the ingredients, so yeah, there should be enough there. That won't take very long. There we go. So we've got 4 glass lenses. I'm going to use 2 of them for spectral relays, and hopefully 2 will be enough. If not, I'll have to go and, well, do other things. In fact, hang on. Luminous crafting table, so that's not even, well, should still work, I would have thought. Yep, there we go. And click. Okay, so we get 1 spectral relay. I do want a second one, so I should have put 2 sets of materials in there. There we go, and go. Okay, now you can spread them out like 1 in each direction, etc. I did watch Mischief Mice's video about this, and you can share blocks, so you can get 2 of these next to each other in this sort of form. So they need to go on top of sooty marble, and then they've got these blocks around the outside. So 4 chiseled and 4 marble, but you can share some of those, save a few blocks. So let's just go for, if this is the center, then we're going to go offset by 1 and maybe there. So we just want to go for, let's just go for you and you, if that's going to be okay. And then these are shared. So at the 4 corner pieces. And then what was the final one? It was chiseled. Do we have enough chiseled? And nearly. So let's just go and get my chisel and finish that off. So let's get the chisel, and well, we actually only need you, I think. Chiseled. There we go. So 6. Okay, 6, and then we want our 2 Spectral Relays. And our 2 glass lenses, I think. And you should see they start homing towards your altar. They need to have line of sight, otherwise, you know, you can put them wherever you like. I want to have them basically even all the way around. I'm not sure how many we're going to need, so we can try that or go and craft more. But whichever way we do it, we'll have to see what it's like at night time. My meager stack of resources is dwindling. I've only got 2 aquamarine left. I've got 4 of them up and running. I've got space for 2 more, but I just don't have resources for 2 more. I've only got resources for 1. So let's see if this is enough. It's catching up to where it needs to be. And that's with 4 glass lenses in 4 spectral relays. So yeah. And yeah, it looks like we can craft it. So let's hold on to everything. We'll expect the lag. And we should be able to craft our first coal engine. There we go. Get nice particle effects. Also the particle effects from all the relays. And, well, let's see how long it takes to craft this thing. It's finished crafting. It's on there. Let's pick it up and let's see. Oh, there's the lag. H3. Okay, so that is that done. And, yes, so a whole bunch more stuff was now unlocked for us to look at. And in here we've got an H3 category. Well, what options are there? Well, obviously a new dowsing rod. There's more ore like galena in H3. That's like lead and silver, I think. Other ones as well. So, oh, there we are. Limonite, platinum, galena, and bauxite, which is aluminium. Everyone knows that one. Limonite is for iron and nickel. You get both. Then we get nether. So looks like we're going to be heading to the nether. I already have seen a portal, so I've got it on my map marked, ready. Extended crafting in the gold tier. There's more mechanical power with the hibachi, which is like a Japanese barbecue. And then into immersive engineering at the top with lots of power-based stuff finally. Good. I'm over the whole manual crafting stuff. Where's the actual end goal? What would I actually have to craft? Plastic. Okay, so plastic sheets is the end of age 3 and start of age 4. So there we go. And at the very bottom, we've got Steve Carts. Steve Carts, my memory is quite dim, but I remember setting it up such that I had an automatic tree farm, and it would always run out of fuel, and it would run out of fuel in the middle of the tree farm, which you couldn't get to it anymore because everything else was just trees around it. So I may have to retry Steve Carts and see if we can get that actually to stop doing that. But heads towards Galgadorian metal. Okay, so it looks like there's plenty of stuff to do in age 3, and that should, I think, have unlocked. I should have unlocked my shuriken. Let's just go and take a quick look if my shuriken blades are now unlocked, and that also means things like crossbows would then be craftable as well. So upgrades to tinkers would be very welcome indeed. So on here, if I just go to the stencil table and click on that, it's an axle. I don't want an axle. I mean, sure, fine. Knife blade pattern, yes, we can make it. So that means we can make a shuriken, which I prefer to the 2 different items that we have with a bow and an arrow. So, or well, a bow and a bolt if it's a crossbow. So that's age 3 ready. I've enjoyed age 2. Age 3, we've got more modern stuff coming up, which I'm much happier about. And it looks like we can, hopefully, I wonder if we can get cloches going to automate farming as well. That would be handy just to reduce the amount of space. Anyway, I need to go and do some research, see what we've got up and opening next, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode of SevTech Ages of the Sky, where we're heading to age 3. If you've enjoyed it so far, do click on the like button down below and leave comments for tips and tricks for your fellow players. And if you're not subscribed, maybe subscribe and click on the bell for notifications of future episodes. Otherwise, I'll see you next time, and as always, thanks for watching, and yeah, this has been great. Off to the next episode.